Right, guys, we are back in the house today. As you can see, we've resurrected some of our more flamboyant suits that you may not have seen us in for a little while, but it's for a special reason today. So today we're answering a question from a viewer, which goes, it'll be interesting if you made an opinion video on the style of the Congo Dandies, and that was by Troll King 99.
Yes.
Now, when he talks Congo Dandies, he's talking about the Sapeurs. I always forget how to say it properly. Is it Sapeurs? La Sape is the sort of religion or following or so forth. But anyway, I'm going to let Josh go into it. He's going to talk all about it.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, I like the movement of La Sape. I like the Congolese. I do like what they do. It's not for me. Not everything's for me, but I do like the energy and the vibrancy they bring to tailoring. And I think ever since we got into it in the very beginning, people used to always say to us, "Have you heard? What do you think about La Sape? What do you think about the Sapeurs?" And blah 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 blah. And I was like, "Okay, cool. Let me check them out." And you'd always see them. I think around that time when we were first starting, they kept coming into popular culture, whether it was like on adverts or
was it Guinness or Carlsberg?
Yeah, Guinness used them.
Yeah.
I know they had documentaries out. I know there's been music videos that
Solange?
Yeah, Solange's music video was one, but I've just been permeating through society and culture, and it's good to see. I like to see different cultures expressing themselves in different ways and just bringing their culture to the forefront. Now, it may not be for everyone, but that's them. Let them enjoy it. I'm all for it, to be fair. Mm-hmm. Now, if you're not familiar with La Sape or the Sapeurs, then who they are is they're a group of gentlemen that get together and dress flamboyantly and compete in a stylish fashion. I think it's every Sunday they'll get together and they're based in the Congo, and they get together and they compete with each other to see who's got the best clothes, who's got the best combination of colours, and who is going to be the king of style. Now, even before that, the history of who these guys are is it all stems from the end of World War II, right? So you've got all these Congolese guys that went over in World War II to fight. I think it was in France. Now they've come back from Paris with and obviously you know Paris is like the hub of fashion for the world, and they've come back from Paris with all these Parisian fashions and all these pieces, and they've come back to Congo, and they just started executing the style themselves in their own way. And one thing I didn't know, until I looked more into it, is that the way they dress and the way they express themselves is sort of like a flamboyant, peaceful protest via fashion, if that makes any sense. Yeah. So what it was when they had their colonial masters and their colonial French and Belgian masters, right? And the way they dressed in that side of the world, in the West, with their high fashion and their suits and their manners and their hygiene and whatever it was, they took all of that and they said, look, you know what? We're going to appropriate everything you guys have and we're going to put our own spin on it. And that's exactly what they did. So they took all their fashions and they made it Congo style. And it's sort of like a slap in the face to all those colonial masters that said, we're superior to you, you're inferior. Well, look at the way we dress.
Yeah.
Look at the way we dress. So now, call me inferior.
You want poor people to dress as peasants, and you and feel like I'm above you because you can't afford what I'm wearing. You've got to dress in greys and browns and all sorts and dirty clothes. Yeah, but as soon as you come out, even if you've got nothing, and you come out in colours, feeling good, looking good, it's like, hold on, who are these guys? They're not meant to dress like us. So I love that.
That's it. And I guess that's why, like, now it's not so much like a protest anymore to like the colonial masters, but it is sort of a slap in the face to society that says, hold on, we're nothing, we're poor. We say, poor, don't get me wrong, they're very, very poor. However, they're very, very rich in spirit. And they dress it and they show it, and the whole society applauds the La Sape. They applaud the Sapeurs as they come through. It's like, I was watching a documentary and like they're treated like football players. It's crazy.
Really?
It's crazy. So it's like, say for example, you've got your own little area in Congo, your own little village in the city or whatever it is, and you've got one guy from that area that's the La Sape guy, because not everyone can do it. Like, I'm talking about these guys are wearing the real deal clothes. Yeah. They're real. They're not fakes. They're not imitations. They're real clothes.
They're not just getting bits of fabric and make it.
Nope.
They're spending ridiculous amounts of money on those clothes, getting loans,
sponsors, all that.
Crazy.
That's crazy. Speaking of loans, one guy took a loan. He got credit 3 times in this documentary I was watching. Credit 3 times. Each time was around 8k, £8,000, like $8,000. Can you imagine?
Yeah,
I'm not taking
easy. We could have done it nicely.
That is nuts. That's nuts. So like I said, they're like, well, I was like, on the train. So look, yeah, they're like football players in the area. So for example, you got one guy or maybe 2 guys in your village that's part of the Sape movement, right? Now, this guy comes through and everyone else that's poor and that doesn't dress that way looks at him and says, wow, yeah, come through. That's our guy. He's from our ends. He's from our area. It's the same way if Ronaldo walks around in where's Ronaldo from? He's Portuguese. If he walks around in Portugal, everyone's like, yes, that's the king of our area. He puts us on the map. He's the one that showcases us. Yeah. And it's the same way for when you have your football players or your sportsmen or your music artists that are from your area. You celebrate them. And that's the way they're celebrated. I saw the guy walk in the marketplace and everyone was like, there's a whole marketplace stopped. They were clapping like, yeah, no one can beat him. He's unbeatable. I was like, wow.
That's mad. And I also heard and understand that some of these guys, they are genuinely poor.
Yes.
To the point where they have families over in their villages that don't know they live this Sape lifestyle. So they're spending flagrantly on their clothes while their family in their village are struggling to eat.
Yeah.
That's how serious these guys take it. They're like, it's more important than my family, and I want to feel good. I want to look good. I want to feel like a king. So they will neglect families in order to look great.
That bit makes me sad, though.
It's crazy that it's that important for them. But it's also a mindset. And this is something that we talk about when it comes to Morts and more as well. Look good, feel good. It adds to everything, you know. We've said it before. When a client puts on a new suit, you see it in their walk, you see their stance, you see everything change. And that's just a normal grey or blue suit or black suit even. Imagine when you're somewhere where it's just very, I won't say grey in colour, but grey in mentality. Yeah. And you bring that flavour. You're going to feel like the other man. So for them, it's like, I need this for my soul. Yeah. But obviously, again, and the neglect of your family is a whole different matter.
It's a tough one because it's attached onto what you said. Like this documentary I was watching, the guy said, I feel like $1 million. Like I feel like $1 million when everyone comes up to me and says, wow, look at you. And it's all that feeling. And not only is it just a personal thing, it isn't entirely selfish. For example, like there's people that aren't part of the Sape that look at it and they get inspiration from it. So there was one cab driver that was saying like, I'm not rich enough to be part of the movement. However, my way to try and gain respect from that community is to make sure I'm the best I can be every single day, the way I look, the way I act, the way I dress. So this movement, even though this guy's not a part of it and he's not spending the money to be a part of it, it's inspired him to be the very best version of himself. So I'm like, it has so many positives as well as negatives, if that makes any sense. So, do you know, we've talked about La Sape for so long, we haven't even said what it stands for. Yeah. So, La Sape stands for, let me get this right, the Society of Ambianceurs and Elegant People. That's what it stands for. So, the Society of Ambianceurs and Elegant People. And La Sape is also French for attire.
Okay, so they... they reverse configure.
So it's not an acronym. So I don't know what the word is.
It's a reverse acronym. They made it up later.
So they made it. They reversed it.
It's interesting. I was just thinking the way that you can look at the Sapeurs now. It's like it's their version of Instagram. When they put on clothes, it's all the likes. Yeah. That makes them feel good. Yeah. And then it reverted me back to. Sorry, I'm a rap head. Reverted me back to a line from Fabulous where he says, money isn't the root of all evil now. Attention is.
Attention, it's mad. Attention is...
Deep it.
Yeah, attention is what everyone's craving these days. People die for attention right now. Mm-hmm. It's interesting. That's crazy. Yeah, La Sape. And see, this is the thing about La Sape, because ever since I've been into fashion and tailoring and things like that, La Sape's always been around the men. It's always been around the men. Whereas I think of recent years, the women have now stepped up.
Women could kill it.
And they are.
Yeah.
They are. The lady dandies are called the La Sapeurs. I don't know, but either way, it's the female spin on the La Sapeurs, and I think there's like for every 5 Sapeurs men, there is 1 Sapeurs woman.
You know, someone like our Congolese friends, like Pam or someone's gonna cuss us for that.
It doesn't matter.
Pronunciation.
It does not matter.
We're gonna have to ask people.
I am neither French nor Congolese, so therefore I will pronounce it how I read it. No, I'm joking. I'm like an American. That's what Americans do.
It. I know.
Iron, sword. Yeah,
sword
and iron. Really?
Yeah.
Look, either way, we digress. Look, the women are coming through. I love the women. They've got excellent names. Like someone's called the Queen of England. The other one's called I can't even remember their names, but their names are just more they've got nicknames, whereas the men, I didn't know they had that. So the women are coming through doing their thing, and they
I wonder
look really
if
good.
everybody has their own name. Again, it's like their Instagram tag names.
Yeah.
Like, it is literally, this is, I want this attention, you're going to know my name.
You know who I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it, but I'm afraid of it for some of them as well, because it's a lot.
It is a lot. It is a lot, and I think a lot of them, the way they get, people will ask where they get the money from. Again, it's sponsors. Someone may sponsor from abroad and say, "Look, I'm going to pay for you to da da da," or it could be the community. The community that is poor will come together to say, "Look, we're going to sponsor our superstar to." Because it gives the people hope. I think that's what it is. It just gives the people joy when they come through. And this person's always looking sharp. Okay. And like one of the wives was complaining, saying, "My guy, like when we get ready, he takes so long to get ready." And that's funny because it's usually the other way around. She goes like, sometimes he could take 2-3 hours just to get his outfit right. Like he's standing in front of the mirror to make sure everything is in perfection. Like it's perfect. Now,
perfect. It's Sprezzatura.
Yeah.
Perfect, but looking like you've just thrown it together.
This is it. Like, they put so much into it. It is their life. So, La Sape, to me, personally, I'm a fan of the movement. I'm a fan of it. I think, why not?
Yeah.
Like, if everything else in life is rubbish and you haven't got money and everything's down and everything's depressing, why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Get some joy. So, guys, there's another reason that we're doing this video now, because February the 10th is known as the Day of La Sape. So it's the day that their founder, the guy who originally started the movement, Stevos Niarchos, actually passed away. So they dedicated this day to be a particular day. So on every February the 10th, I think everybody comes together, no matter what day of the week it is, and must have some
at the cemetery.
At the cemetery.
At his grave, okay. Yeah, at his grave. It's weird. I saw a clip on this documentary, and they're all there at the grave, at the cemetery. I was like, wow, this is mad.
So it's genuinely like a religion.
It is a big deal. It's a big deal to them. But I had no idea.
Yeah, I literally thought it was just a group of guys, before doing research, I thought it was a group of guys who just come together, dress well, battle in sorts of like, yo, I've got my combination, the best. But I didn't know it goes so much deeper than that. And it has real meaning for them. So
do you know what else? Do you know what else is deep? Oh my god! So this is one guy, right? He goes, oh, look at these shoes, these are Jeffrey Westons, there. And he goes, do you know how much these cost? I remember he said the price, it took me 2 years to save for these. It took me 2 years to save for these Jeffrey Westons. He goes, if I didn't buy these, I would have bought land. I was like, what? He goes, if I didn't buy these, I would have bought land. I was like, that's insane, but that's how real they go in.
But question, did he say Jeffrey Weston or Jeffrey West?
No, it's not Jeffrey. Jean-Marc Weston, sorry.
I was about to say, because I know. Mad.
That's insane.
Mental.
It's insane, but that's the dedication they have to it. Marc Jean Weston, that's the shoes that they all love out there. That's the shoes they have to own. 2 years he saved to get a pair. That's insane. Like, there's a tagline that says, it's living in poverty, but spending a fortune to look like $1 million. So it's mad because it's like an oxymoron. Yeah. Hold on, you're living in poverty, but you're spending a fortune. How does that even make sense?
So essentially, they actually live a poorer lifestyle just so that they can wear more expensive clothes. So they could live a better lifestyle, but they choose to live poorer. Okay.
To exhibit.
Yeah.
And everything has to be real. And I think that's what it is. It's down to that fact that everything has to be real and authentic.
And I wasn't aware of that either.
It has to be real.
I thought it's just, local seamstress, here's a piece of yellow material, make me a jacket.
Oh, it's authentic. They've got bespoke stuff. It's authentic, and each of them know. So what happens is, if you try and wear fakes, the connoisseurs just know. But even though they don't see the labels, they're so into their fashion, they can look at it and say, "That's a fake. That's real."
See, the businessman in me is like, they need to start knowing about Morts and More. Nah. Not gonna explain.
Well, listen, much love to the Congo. That's all I've got to say about this. I'm happy with their movement. They've brought me many a times inspiration and many a times joy just seeing their images. So yeah, why not?
Yeah, cool. Well, guys, we hope that you found today's video informative, inspirational, educational, all of that there, plus more. Leave us your comments below. Let us know what you think of the Sapeurs, the Sape movement. If you've heard of it before, and if you've seen the adverts and so forth, let us know your thoughts. And always, if you have any other comments regarding this video, what you thought of it, let us know. You can put them in the comment box below. You can also make sure, if you're not already, follow us on our social media channels. So that's on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, as well as YouTube. You can find us all under Morts and More, usually as one word. Send any comments to ask@mortsandmore.com. And make sure you like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Alright, guys, until next time. Peace out. Guys, if you haven't already seen, which means that you haven't been following us on our social media channels, we are launching our ready-to-wear collection, a very small capsule collection, today. Now, this is available worldwide, so we will ship to you no matter where you are. You'll have to pay for it, of course, but we'll ship to you. If you are interested, you can find some pictures of them on our social media channels, so go and follow if you're not already. And then if you want to buy one, send us a direct message either on one of our social media channels, or send us an email at info@mortsandmore.com. Like we said, it's a very small collection. Pretty much guarantee you by the end of the week it's going to be sold out, so don't delay. So they're just sports coats right now. So they cost $4.95. But as an introductory offer to you guys, we're going to take off £50. So you can get them this week for $4.45. Alright? Can we be any fairer than that?
It can't be that. Cool. That's a good price.
Alright, guys. So don't delay. Send us a message. Find out some more information.
These are slim fit blazers as well. These are slim fit. So when you put them on, beware. If you have a bit of a gut, just beware, because they're going to come in right around here and give that nice little curve. So I'm just putting it out there right now. I'm putting it out there. Slim fit. Yeah. No big guns either. If you've got big biceps, you have to wait for another range. Yeah. But this range is going to be a slim fit range. So if you usually go to, for example, if you usually go to a shop and you buy a 42 regular, this is what you can buy, and you can usually fit into a 42 regular. And that's your size, then you could buy a 42 regular from us. It's just that you're going to have a slimmer waist. That's all it is.
We're launching these on the 3rd of February. When's this video going out?
3rd of February. So today.
Okay.
Today, right now.
Alright, sorry. So let me start again.
Living in poverty, but looking like $1 million. I think that's it. Living in poverty, but looking like $1 million.
I was going to say, I expected more when you was like, there's a hashtag.
I think what they called the Sapeurs,
is Stevos Narakos. Stevos Narakos. Okay, say again.